Well, it's Monday, and I decided I want to go out and catch some bluegill with night crawlers today. And if you look in here, you can tell, especially when you get a group of them together, you can tell these are actually Canadian night clubbers. And the way you tell the difference, you listen real close, put your ear down there, and you hear this sound. It's like, and then you hear some of them. Oh, there's one. I just heard one. One of them goes, "Hey, you hosers want some Molson Ice?" Yep, Canadian night clubbers. All right, I got about a dozen of these night crawlers and a couple of grubs. That'll hold me for a day of fishing. So let's just see how it does. Yeah, this is probably too big. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna weave it on. If I had a smaller hook, I'd use half this night crawler, but I'm just gonna weave him on here so almost his entire body's on. Now I start with the small end of the worm, and I leave the larger end of the worm hanging off because it's a little bit stronger, so when the fish bites at it, it's more likely to draw the whole hook into its mouth and not just tear the worm off. If you do it the other way around, the worm breaks just a little bit easier. So that's what we're gonna be working with, right there. I'd eat it. All right, first one on. I'll be a little bit picky today. So he's a little small. I don't want to mess with cleaning him. Yeah, he's a better one. He's no giant, but he's a keeper. One of the things I love about fishing night crawlers so much, you just don't know what you're gonna get. You could catch anything. I could cast in here trying to catch a red ear, and I could pull out a 7-pound. Stands though. Through here if you're scared of spiders. Woo. Next method we're going to use here is just a slack line. We're not going to put any weight on. We're just going to use a hook and a worm. One downside of slack lining is it does take a little time for the bait to get down where you want it to, and I think I'll be able to catch fish faster once I put a split shot on. Okay, that's a good gill. Yeah, he's a keeper. Yeah, woo! Upside down fishy, woo! Okay, so here's what we're trying now. We're just gonna put a little bit of weight on there. So just a split shot, the small hook, and the night crawler. And we're just gonna drop it to the bottom and pull it away from the bank just real gently. We'll start in shallow water and work it out towards the deeper water. That'll tell us about where the fish want to be eating. And generally red ear really love eating a worm off the bottom. So they kind of feed off the bottom a little more than the standard bluegill. There we go. That'll eat. came out of the skin. That's interesting. I don't think I'm going to get much off of this one, but. Snuck up on me there. All right, there we go. Nice, get it. Upside down fish. All you need is a hook and a line. Fishing with Aaron. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. You know that's all that we need. Hello, Mr. Gilly. But you can't say that you ain't clean. Hello, guy. Fishing with Aaron. You know you'll be out all day long. Maybe take a wrong turn. Hey, there we go. We're ready here. Get lost in the fall. Fishing with Aaron. You just might like and subscribe. Yeah, there we go. Fishing with He's a nice red here. Yo, yo. What's happening, player? Ooh. Ooh, you called it the perfect time, sir. I think I found where the big, strong knotheads are at in this lake. Oh, yeah. I think I found where the bigger ones are at here. Yep. Yes. Probably. I don't think they saw me when they landed. They landed pretty close to me here, and now they're like, what the hell's that thing doing? Yeah, what's that smell? That guy smells terrible. Ooh, yeah. Oh, is that pretty one too? You got a little purple on you. That's interesting. Nice gilly there. I got a tiny little frog here. A little tree frog or something. We're gonna try him. See if Bluegill like for tree frog. I would. I was. There's a whole bunch of them right here in front of me. I just sit here quietly watching them. Got this guy on that frog. It was a slow bite, but he eventually came to it. A good gill. See if I can find another frog. Got another little frog. See if I can catch another gill. All right, it's been an awesome day fishing. We got a bucket full of bluegill, and now it's time for the fun part. We're gonna go back, clean them up, cook some dinner for the family. So come on, let's go do it. Oh, that didn't go very well. It's time to clean fish. These are all the tools you're gonna need to clean fish. A cutting board, a knife, colander, and a bush light. The bush light may not be substituted for a different beer. Okay. So here's how you do this. You start off right underneath the pectoral. You take and use the gill as a handle. You put your knife under the pectoral fin, and you're gonna make an incision, knife tilted forward. Now, you're gonna feel the blade touch the spine. You don't wanna cut through the spine. You just wanna go down to the spine, and you want it tilted forward so that you don't penetrate into the gut cavity. You wanna reduce that as much as possible. Now you take your knife right along the spine, and you just trace right along the spine until you get past the anus. And then you're going to penetrate all the way through. And then you're just going to bring the knife almost to the end of the tail. Now the reason you leave that little bit of skin attached at the end is because it's going to make a handy little handle here in just a second. So now you take and you just start to release the fillet from the bone by running it along the bones while you're pulling back. And once you get here, you're going to ride that knife right along the rib cage, and then you're going to turn it down as soon as you pass the ribs. So you'll get that little bit of belly meat there. And now, last step is just remove the meat from the skin, and you do that by just keeping your knife flat, pressed against the skin, and a good sharp knife will take it right off. The skin's quite a bit harder than the meat, so it's pretty easy.
Riding on my hoverboard and camping with Momo and amen.
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 Check it out.
It's got a nice crunch and seasoning. I like that.
Mom?
The meat, it tastes great. I mean, you got nice fish.
Yummy. That's a good crunch.
Good crunch. Does it taste good?
Yeah.
Is it good fish?
Yeah.
Okay, it's grilled bluegill. Hunter?
It's really good.
That's actually pretty good.
You look surprised.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that good.
What's it taste like?
cheese crackers.
It tastes like cheese crackers. Oh, I love you. All right, and my turn. I like it baked. It has a drier flavor. We did a dry rub. We did do an egg wash. I'm really happy with this. This is really good. And it's healthier because it doesn't have all that grease in it. So look at me looking out for the old arteries. All right, everybody. Hey, if you're entertained by this, stay tuned. There's a lot more good quality content like this coming your way. So hit that subscribe button, smash that like, turn on them notifications, and stay tuned because a lot more coming your way. Must you burp while I'm begging for subscribers? The guy that can never find time to go fishing with me.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
Yeah.
You said, don't string your poles. I got it. When are you going to string my poles?
But you're not going fishing with me.
Oh, I was going to go fishing by myself.